Thank you. Thanks for the question. London is renowned across the globe as a beacon of inclusion and diversity, and pride is an important part of the reason for this. The March of Solidarity and Celebration has helped to change our society for the better, and I understand that this year's campaign will be in support of the capital's trans and non-binary community. In London, you're free to be who you want to be and to love who you want to love, and on the 1st of July, more than 1.5 million people will once again take to the streets to send that message to the world. Because of this amazing success, Pride attracts support from all sorts of businesses, charities and organisations. I think this is a positive thing. Standing together is a key element of the movement for LGBTQI+ equality. I'm extremely proud to be counted amongst those supporters of this essential cultural and community movement. But whilst the GLA's grant funding and wider support is significant, our funding covers less than a tenth of the overall cost of the event. Pride in London, as the community organiser of the celebrations, responsible for raising the remaining funds in this difficult economic climate so that everyone can enjoy free and inclusive Pride. Public money can only go so far, so looking to commercial sponsors to support the Pride in London event is vital for its continuation. Facts for choosing these sponsors extend way beyond financial support, as the Pride in London team also need to consider the actions and policies of potential sponsors to make sure they align with the core values of visibility, unity, equality and a commitment to social and environmental responsibility. Pride in London carries out the selection and vetting process for sponsors of the event, and in the case of this year's headline sponsors, Pride in London will have reviewed their corporate responsibility report and paid close attention to their environment strategy and climate-related initiatives. As I've said, it's important this great event receives sponsorship to allow Londoners and visitors to enjoy it for free. It couldn't go ahead in its current format without it, and I hope to see as many people as possible out on the streets of central London to celebrate Pride again on the 1st of July.
Thank you. I'm a member of the LGBTIQA community, and I also care about the planet, and I'm gutted to see United Airlines as the headline sponsor for Pride in London. Now, we had this conversation just last year about the need for a fossil-free Pride, and you said, and these were your words, if you want to take part in Pride, you have to show leadership on other issues. And then you literally said, like climate. Now, I recognise the work you do on equality. I don't want to be churlish, I really do. I'm proud that we have a mayor that is LGBTIQA friendly, and we've not always had that, so thank you for that. But it ultimately doesn't count for anything if you then allow a big carbon polluter to greenwash or rainbow wash in this circumstance using Pride and our community. And can't you see these sponsorship opportunities are an opportunity for these companies to launder their reputation, and whether it's a tenth or 100%, you're allowing them to do that?
Well, Chair, the question implies that it's me that decides, or City Hall decides, in relation to these issues. Pride in London have issued a statement in relation to the issue raised by the member, and what Pride in London say in their short statement is Pride in London welcomes a diverse array of sponsors who undergo vetting to ensure their alignment with our core values of visibility, unity, equality and a strong commitment to social and environmental responsibility. We have United Airlines as our headline sponsor for this year. As one of the world's leading airlines, United Airlines exemplifies a commitment to excellence in both service and sustainability. United Airlines' corporate responsibility report is available publicly and addresses the topic of environmental sustainability. United Airlines' environmental commitment is also available online. It goes on to say United Airlines are the first major US airline to invest in carbon capture, supporting the work of 1.5 who are building the world's largest direct air capture facility. United Airlines has set a voluntary net zero target by 2050 and committed not to rely on the use of carbon offsets to reach that target. The company has also set commitments to increase the percentage of sustainable fuels used. It's for Pride in London to make its sponsorship decision, not the Mayor of London.
0.1% is the amount of sustainable aviation fuels. There are drag queens on RuPaul's Drag Race that are showing more climate leadership on this than you are, Mr. Mayor. This sounds like a complete abdication of responsibility. But moving on, let's talk about your relationship with United Airlines. They funded you, deputy mayors, and your team of officials trips to America last May, and they gave tens of thousands of pounds worth of free flights. Since then, we've seen a tweet promoting United Airlines. They've been given a line in the press release. I've just heard you give them a plug now for their sustainable aviation fuel, and they're the headline sponsor of Pride. It's thousands of pounds in free flights for going rate for a supposedly green mayor.
Well, I think the member will, after today, and after he's got his clip for social media, reflect on what he's said, not just about me, but about United Airlines and about Pride in London. I'm sure Pride in London will reflect on what the member has said. I'm quite clear. I'm not in favour of closing down airports in our city.
You're taking off the subject from intersectional justice. There is no LGBT climate justice if you then allow carbon-polluting companies to sponsor what should be a protest event. That's happening on your watch. Pride in London, you have a contract with them. It says in that contract that you will discuss sensitivities beforehand. This has happened. You have to take responsibility for it or not.
Well, I think everyone will have heard what the member has said. We'll be looking forward to celebrating with him on July the 1st.
Is that it? Thank you, Chair.